Hello everyone, welcome to Financials Network, where we talk about business and finances. My name is Praise Mkaritse, and today we'll be talking about this bookkeeping template that you can use for your bookkeeping. So let's jump in. So this template consists of 6 tabs: the home, the overview, transaction log, profit and loss analysis, and the chart of accounts. Here we're in the home tab, where you enter the name of the company here, the starting year. When you enter the starting year, this will show in the transaction log here and the profit and loss here. So you also have these buttons that when you click, they will take you straight to the sheet that you've clicked. For example, the chart of accounts will take you to the chart of accounts, and here in the chart of accounts tab, you enter your revenue accounts and the expense account, but there are these accounts that are default, so you can remove them and enter the accounts that are specific to your business. Okay, so here we have consulting, Etsy, mutual, product, and investments. They're just default accounts that I've entered, and you can add up to 10 revenue accounts and up to 20 expense accounts. On the purchases, I would advise that you don't remove the purchases, just leave it like that, because it's the only cost of sales that is linked to the profit and loss. So I would advise that you leave it like that. Okay, so the other expense accounts, just like you did on the revenue accounts, you can maybe remove the ones that didn't apply to your business and enter the ones that applies to your specific business. Okay, so that's the transaction log. This is where you enter your transactions. It consists of the date, the description, amount, account, and type. So the date is in the format day, month, and year. So you have to enter it in that format so you don't have any problems. The description is where you enter the description of your transaction, what the transaction is all about. Then the amount is in the format, in the accounting format, rounded to 0 decimal places, and the account and the type, you don't enter this manually. There is a drop-down list that you have to select from. This is where you enter the chart of accounts. When you enter the chart of accounts, when you enter the accounts, this will show here in the transaction log as a drop-down list, so you won't have to enter them manually. The same as type. The type consists of 3 types: the income, the expenses, and the cost of sales. So I advise that when you enter your accounts in the chart of accounts section, you make sure that all the accounts that you enter fall into these categories, so you won't have a problem. I will give an example, maybe say 150124. Just put in an example of a description. Probably maybe you have a client like maybe James Bond or something. Amount, probably charge 800 for consulting. You select here consulting, and this is income. Maybe on the 20th of January, you sold a product on Etsy for maybe 100 US. We'll say Etsy is income as well. Enter pay and loss statement tab. This is this tab. There is into that you are going to enter. Most of the things are the formulas, so the only thing that you're going to end on the profit and loss statement is the tax, um, the tax percentage. What you're going to do is you're going to come here on the tax percentage, on the first cell. You are going to click the cell, you enter in the formula bar and change the percentage part only. Don't change the rest of the formula. Just adjust the percentage of the tax only. So like here is 30%, but you can adjust it. If it's 20%, you just say 20 here, and then click it. When you've clicked, you drag this across up until the end, so that it will calculate your tax automatically. So when your profit is negative, this will not calculate. It will show as 0. The formula is set to not calculate when the profit is negative. And here is the profit and loss statement. It consists of the revenue. So you see that those accounts that you've entered in the chart of accounts will show the revenue, will show up here in revenue, and the cost of sales with purchases, as well as the expenses. Here you have the total expenses, the profit before tax, and then the tax percentage. Then you can get your net profit. Everything is automatically calculated, so don't mess up with the formulas, otherwise you will get maybe wrong amounts. Tamper with any formula here. And then we have the summary that you can maybe have a sneak peek if you just want to take a look at what's going on. The revenue, total revenue, total expense, and profit. It shows here. Then that's it. This is just an example of the transactions that you can enter. Then we can move on to the profit and loss. From the profit and loss, we now move on to the overview tab. On this tab, you can have a visual summary of your transactions, the total revenue, the total expenses, the profit. Then you can have this chart that shows how much is the consulting, how much is Etsy, So if you maybe just in a rush and you don't have time to take a look at the profit and loss statement, you can just come to the overview tab and see what's going on. What's going on here? So here you can see the revenue by percentage. You can see that consulting is contributing about 65% to the revenue and 35% only is coming from Etsy. You can also even see that as well on these two charts. This also shows the accounts by percentage. This one is just showing by numbers. Then another thing that you might want to see is this type slicer that you can use to slice through the charts. And if you click on the income, on the income only, it will show you only the income. So you can see that this is almost the same with this, with the revenue, because it's income. And then the expenses, you can can also see the expenses by their percentages. You can see that postage is 10%, the rent is consisting of 39%, music and entertainment, something like that. And the same with the chart, it will show you only the expense account, and when you are done, you can remove the filters by clearing this filter using this thing. The same with the timeline. The timeline shows you the years. You can filter by the years, the quarters, the months, etc. So when you select the years, you can select 2024 here, and then the months, you go on 2024, you select the months here, you see that you can select January 2024 only, and you can see only what's going on in January, and even January there's only income, there are no expenses. So move on to February, you can see now that change, and there's only Etsy in income, only got income from Etsy, nothing from consulting. The same in March, you can see now that consulting was contributing 60% at 40% in March. Then the total revenue 9.3 was coming from 60% was coming from consulting, and the same with the expenses. If you're going to go to expenses, total expenses are about 1.595. No, 1.595. You see the expenses, you see that the rent is contributing 39%, yeah, blah blah blah. So you can play around with this timeline to see certain information. So one thing that I wanted to do is when you enter these transactions, you see that this information is not the information that is viewing in this overview tab. So what you have to do is when you enter the transaction, whenever you enter the transaction, you have to come to the analysis tab, click on any pivot table, and then click analyze, then refresh and refresh all. This will refresh all the charts that are in the overview tab. Then you can get to the overview tab, and then you can see that there's a difference with the information that is showing. So every time that when you enter your transactions, you come to the chart of account, you come to the analysis tab, you click on any of this, you go to analyze, go to refresh on this drop down arrow and see refresh all, and it will refresh for you charts. Okay, so now going back to the overview tab, you see that there's a difference now. Thing has changed. Okay, so basically that's it. So if you enjoyed or would like to purchase this template, the spreadsheet, it's available. I'll put